To the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. Are you a badass bitch? A badass bitch. That don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
Hey. What's happening, party people? What is going on? What is good? Come on in. What's up, Mr. Devon? Shout outs to you. Welcome. Make yourself at home. We're gonna get started in a hot split second.
I got racks to the ATM jam.
Look at Kanye's. Yo, Kanye got music on the way? Like, what's the rollout?
Don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got Tell me what you want to do.
What is the rollout, bro? I need to understand what's the purpose.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you
and I think that's Kanye's whole MO is just to troll popular media.
Racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you want to do.
Just to troll popular media.
They shooting in the parking lot. Everybody get low. They shooting in the parking lot. They ain't where you want to go. Now stand by soldier. And what the motherfucking ass.
Who took Kanye seriously when he was talking about running for president? I'm wondering who took him serious. I took him seriously about running for president. I just didn't take him seriously about him becoming president. So that was like, Trump got more credibility. I mean, I saw him pulling that off in 2006. Was it 2016? I saw him pulling that off. But nah, when Kanye did it, I was like, nah, alright, bro, alright, come on now. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Paulie. Shout outs to Dewan. Shout out to User 317, Jacobia, Mount King, Sandra, Lola. Let's go. Shout out to Tony. Alright, I think hold on. Oh, let me get the sharing on the Facebooks. I gotta share the Facebooks. Let me share the Facebooks. Shout outs to Grand T Mac. Shout outs to XPS. Tap the screen, guys. Give me a like. Yeah, I'll post it right there, and then I'm gonna post it to my story. Let folks know where to find me. All right. My downstairs neighbor got a cat that like sends me love through the window.
Tell me what you want to do.
Like telepathically sends me love through the window every time I come home.
I got racks to the ATM jam.
And I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna steal your cat, yo.
I got racks to the ATM jam.
Shout out to James Payne.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you
cat
want
loves
to do.
me more than he loves you. It just has to happen. I gotta steal your cat.
Tell me what you want to do.
I've been getting a lot of tigers and lions in my reel feed on Facebook and Instagram. You know what I mean? And it's really like intoxicating. I was just like, oh my god, I want a lion. I want a pet lion now. Just it just is what it is. Shout outs to Mike. I just gotta have a pet lion. It is what it is. I want a pet tiger. And then like the Arabian guys, they be like, they put their forearm in his mouth and the tiger just be nibbling on their forearm. I'm just like, oh. I don't know if I'm there yet. I'm not there yet. I mean, they're beautiful creatures, but I don't know if I'm there yet. Oh man. Whatchamacallit, like I seen this one clip. This lady, she's cuddling with the tiger, and the tiger is like, he got her leg locked. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know about the strength of these animals. And then not just the strength, but the speed and the quickness. Like the agility of these animals. Like the tiger was sitting down, clamped her leg. She could not move. Like she was, like, even if she wanted to, every time she tried to inch off, the tiger would just you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, and then he's like just nibbling on it. He's just nipping on it like a horse. And I'm just like, yo, how is this gonna end? I don't know. But I mean, I guess the tiger was like feeling like, oh, I love this woman. You know what I'm saying? I love her enough not to eat her. That's what I was hoping. Shout out to Ford. All right. So thank you for the likes. Let's get 100 likes, guys. Let's get 100 likes going. 100 likes. Tap the screen. Subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. Let's get started. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to this multi-million dollar podcast. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. Prosperity U LLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above. $ Prosperity U LLC. What you see there is a QR code. If you screenshot this and go to your Photos app, tap and zoom in and tap and hold, it'll take you to the Cash App at Prosperity $ Prosperity U LLC. Make sure you go over there and give it everything you got, and then after you do that, visit the website below at prosperunlimited.com. prosperunlimited.com. Allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. That's right, boys and girls. And if you like the show, give a gift or just give a like. The likes are free. Remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And last but not least, remember to invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. All right, so let's talk about the things. What's been going down. Let's talk about what's been going up and down in the world and things. Kanyezius. So you know the Grammys is like the biggest night of, you know, the biggest night of the music industry, right? Oh, like the Googles, they don't, okay. And so yeah, the Grammys is like the biggest night of the music industry, and that's when, you know, but the Grammys is becoming something else. I don't know what it's like. Well, I think everything is becoming something else, simply because, you know, companies are aware of the influence and the influence that the internet has on pop media. There's no more like standalone. You know what I mean? It used to be like, okay, this is the music industry, and then this is the television industry, and then this is the. And then, you know, the internet is kind of like the octopus and its spreading tentacles. You know what I mean? It's like the octopus and its spreading tentacles. And, you know, the music industry can't exist without the internet. Now, you know, instead of record labels looking for that hot song, they're looking for that hot song on TikTok that people constantly dance over or cover on TikTok, right? Or put in their backgrounds for their comedy videos on TikTok. Right, the television industry is waning. it's on its deathbed right now, and so they have to. Every other TV show now has to have some popular internet personality on it. Like I seen that happening when I was watching Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, and there was nothing but like up and coming comedians on there or popular comedians on there and rappers and stuff like that to almost the whole cast being popular internet personalities. I was like, the dude who be making the face, like him, the Hudson brothers, you know, so on. Like, you could go down the list of internet personalities all on that show, and I'm just like, oh, okay, Nick Cannon is ahead of the game, you know. And so you look at all of these award shows. Keith Lee, he was at the, what was the one? Was it the Grammy? Well, I don't think it was the Grammys. Keith Lee was at the BET Awards. Keith Lee was at the BET Awards, and he did a thing where he was trying to act a certain way and feel a certain way and try to get people on his side and whatnot. I seen the clip of Kai Cenat bumping into Vybz Kartel. I was shocked to see Vybz Kartel at the Grammys, but then again, I did recently see some news about him getting his visa. You know what I mean? So yeah, and so like of all people, you know, like, you know, we can circle the block way back to 2009 when Kanye pretty much made Taylor Swift famous, right? And grabbed the mic out of her hand. We can never forget that. And what made that moment a moment? The internet. You know what I'm saying? Like 2009, if anybody remembers 2009, that was the Black Twitter era. Ooh, let's go. You know what I mean? And so I remember Twitter almost crashed when Kanye grabbed that mic. Twitter almost crashed. So yeah, you know, he knows how, he just knows how to. I don't even think he knows how to capture attention. Well, I guess you could say that because, you know, he came up under like one of the greatest rap labels in history, Rockefeller, and then, you know, broke away from that, made one of the greatest albums in history, you know what I'm saying, College Dropout, you know, and then you know, married one of the famous pop personas in history. I wouldn't call her an icon per se, but, you know, Kim Kardashian, she stays in the tabloids. She stayed in the tabloids for like a good over 10 years, right? You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's learned the game. He's learned the is it popularity or whatever you want to call it? You know what I'm saying? He's learned the gossip game, or how to stay in the rumor mill, in the gossip mill, and how to stay relevant. He's learned the relevant game, if you want to call it that. And you know, me personally, I mean, I think he had to drift away from my demographic per se, because when he first came out, he was in my demographic. I was you know what I'm saying, you couldn't tell me Kanye didn't walk on water. You know what I'm saying, when College Dropout dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't tell me that. But I think in order for him to stay relevant, he had to detach himself from my demographic. And that's what a lot of people couldn't understand, and that was, you know, the core of his outrage. You know? And so yeah, him, you know, being an artist in that respect, you know, this doesn't really surprise me. I'm pretty sure it would surprise a lot of other people, but, you know, just looking at his track record with the MAGA hats and, you know, he stopped rapping for a hot little minute, you know what I'm saying, and all of this, like, you know, this doesn't surprise me. I'm pretty sure there's an artistic motif to it all. You know what I'm saying? Just putting a naked white woman before the world standing next to a black guy in America, right? You know what I'm saying? I know he's trying to spark conversation and trying to provoke thought and inspire people as well as trigger them. You know what I'm saying? But and you know, he's a progressive thinker. I wouldn't say he's a free thinker. He's a progressive thinker. You know, and so you know, something like this doesn't really surprise me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I seen it coming, but it doesn't surprise me. I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. And then the other entendre is, could this, you know, I think everything he does is a dig at somebody else. So like, when he did that little video movie, well, let's have a toast to the assholes. That was a dig at Amber Rose, and you know what I'm saying, he boosted her career. He boosted Taylor Swift too. And then and then when he got with Kim, I think when he got with Kim Kardashian, it was genuine, but that was probably a dig at he saw what that did for Ray J's career. So like, why don't I do one better and marry her? You know what I'm saying? And then Ray J comes out with I hit it first. Like the shade and the petty. It's just never ending. You know what I mean? So it would lead me. So based on that logic, it would lead me to think that one of the entendres of this motif, this motif that you see up here, would be him taking this woman is supposedly a dig at Kim. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of what he did was a dig at Jay. You know what I'm saying? When he broke off with Jay, I don't think Jay is such an enigmatic figure, is such a quiet, you know what I'm saying, play the back type of figure. I don't think there was really anything he could have really did to get at Jay. If anything, Jay kind of piggybacked off of his energy, you know what I'm saying, with the fashion and all of that. But he took shots at Jay in the past, you know what I mean? But you can't tell me that this woman isn't a dig at Kim. You know what I'm saying? Kanye is a billionaire. I don't see how, like, what happened? Was it the MAGA hat, or was it him making a comment about Jewish people? And then like he went from like a multi-billionaire to a multi-millionaire overnight. Like Forbes just was like, nah, he broke. He pissed off somebody, and then Forbes was like, nah, he broke. and then like like they can't really hit him with the, he's not that kind of guy like Puffy is, so they can't really hit him with the sexual allegations. Like they tried it. I don't think it stuck really. I saw some newscast about him being caught up. Shout outs to L&M Fat Girl. Shout outs to her on Instagram. Can I get 100 likes, TikTok? Can I please get 100 likes? Please, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I love you so much. So yeah, you can't tell me that she's not a dig at Kim. My thing is like I know, the stature that Kanye has. I know he has yes people around her, but like how cult like is the yes? You know what I'm saying? Like what is going through, like, you know what I'm saying? Like are your bills that expensive that you was willing to do this? Like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like what's really going on? When and I say this all the time, when you reach a certain level of wealth and just about anything you could think of you can afford. You know what I'm saying? Your reality is quite different. Just think about it. Just think anything you see, anything you could think of, you can afford. Like your reality is quite different. And your life pretty much becomes a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? You walk in the store and you don't even look at it. You just be like, yeah, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. So this, I'm pretty sure for this young woman and for Kanye, it's like it doesn't. Yeah, for someone like Kanye, it doesn't really go too far over her head. Let's talk about I want to talk about the Latino protesting. Have y'all heard about that? Have y'all let me look up Latino Strike, Latino protest. So I like this picture right here. Hold on. Let me put it up. I'm about to put it up. So yeah, let me post this picture up. Hold on. So yeah, I saw it on the news. I know in LA, like they're really like going hard. Um, the Latinos, and I think like the immigration is like a big crisis in America. For the past maybe 70 years, for the past century, over a century now, people have been risking their lives to come to this country. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes America great. The fact that people will risk their lives to want to come here. Of any other country they could go to, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't Mexicans migrate to Cuba? Why don't Mexicans migrate to Nicaragua? And why they always want to come to America? You know what I'm saying? I think that's those kind of things are what make America great. The fact that this country was built by immigrants. Let's not leave that out. We can't deny. I saw footage of Mexican, like I was gonna say Mexican, but Latino protesters all along the highways in LA. And then cops. I seen cop car after cop car, just rows of cop cars. I don't feel like digging for the footage, but yeah, this is real. This is real. Trump is doing what he said he was going to do. I think everything he wanted to do in his first term, like he's gonna push it in this term. You know what I mean? I really don't think Trump is the doom and gloom that people are fearing. You know what I'm saying? Like it would. I think it would take a lot more for America to become a dictatorship or a third world country. Let's talk about it. Let's take the air out the balloon. Let's have a touchy, uncomfortable conversation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of Americans want to have this conversation, but the conversation is too sensitive. A conversation like this is like a divorce conversation at the dinner table. You know what I'm saying? Between a married couple. That's what this conversation is like. I think it would take a lot more for America. It would take a lot more than Trump knocking down DEI and Trump knocking down the multiple genders and Trump coming down on immigration. Like I think it would take a lot more than that for America to become a third world country or undergo a civil war or become a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? I think it would take a lot more than that. I feel like a lot of the executive orders that he's putting out and then he's not, it's just that because he attracts so much spotlight because of his shenanigans from 2016 up to now. And the fact that he unsettles a lot of people because he became a president when nobody even took him seriously in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But then he woke up a faction of America that automatically just makes people uncomfortable. Like, you got them on your side? Like, you got them rocking with you? You know what I'm saying? Like those middle Americans where everybody in 100-mile radius is just like them and thinks just like them. You feel me? Like them, like those unprogressive Americans. Those are the Americans that he woke up. You know what I mean? And that makes the rest of us progressive Americans uncomfortable. I get it. But those Americans don't run America. You know what I'm saying? Those Americans are not in DC, and those Americans can't sway the House and the Senate and the Congress and so on and so forth. They can't do that. All they can do is just vote him in office. You know what I mean? And I think it would take a lot more than him to threaten democracy, because I do believe there's a lot of people in his cabinet and his staff that even as conservative as they may be, still believe in democracy. They just believe in a conservative democracy, not so liberal. You know what I'm saying? No, there's only two genders. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like we could rock with that. Yeah, we don't have to hire you just because of your sexual preference. Okay, cool. We can rock with that. You know, so on and so forth, right? But you know, immigration is a thing that really has to be managed. You know what I'm saying? If not controlled. You know what I mean? And when you got people, when you have enough trouble keeping track of documented people, like how you gonna have undocumented people just coming in just willy-nilly? Like, come on. You know what I mean? Now, if my last name was Rodriguez, Gonzalez, Hernandez, Bachata, Consuelo, whatever, so on and so forth, and I'm pretty sure I'm more like there'd be a high percentage chance that I would have family members who are highly affected by this political movement, right? You know what I'm saying? So it would be a lot hard. It would be a lot more difficult to say, yo, we can't just let people in this country willy-nilly when my cousin is in the next room. You know what I'm saying? And he's in bed right now because he has to wake up at dark AM, you know what I'm saying, to climb somebody's rooftop or mow somebody's lawn. You feel me? Or work on somebody's construction site. You know what I mean? Just so he could buy me groceries. Like, how can I talk about my cousin like that? When he's doing everything he got to do, right? So it'd be hard. So if everybody's shoe is different, everybody's shoes is different. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of America, but that's also the complexity of America, and that's the complexity of this topic. Because when you think of immigration in America, you think of Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Namely Mexicans, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, and of course there's other immigrants, but you know, somebody I was watching some YouTube video. I was watching Crimson Cure, one of my favorite female YouTubers, and she brought up how the pictures of the little kids in cages in the ICE camps during the Obama term. You know what I mean? And she mentioned that, you know, the government is doing what they've always done. It's just, you know, it's just a new figurehead. You know what I'm saying? I.e. Trump. You know what I'm saying? But the government is doing what they've always done. And then she said, you know, Trump is doing what he said he was going to do, but he's not doing. But if you think his executive orders are absurd, could you believe the executive orders of the previous presidents? You know what I mean? And I get it. We still, you know, the black community is still reeling from the crime bill of the 90s, from Clinton. You know what I mean? The black community is still reeling from Reaganomics. You know what I mean? From the crack era, right? So and the Iran Contra scandal. So, you know, come on, you know, as you know, as an American, you have to have some level of sympathy. Now, if my name wasn't Hernandez Rodriguez Bachata Consuelo, and my name was Jekyllmeyer Winchheister from Middle America, then I'd be like, yeah, get them up out of here, right? Because like I said, everybody around me, you know what I'm saying, in 100-mile radius is just like me, and they think just like me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me directly, and that's what diversity does. That's what diversity does. When there's a lot of diversity, these people get affected and these people don't. You know what I mean? You know, these people doesn't have a cousin who have to get up in the morning and climb somebody's rooftop or work somebody's construction site, right? But these people do, or these people don't, and these people do, right? That's what diversity does. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So let me look a little deeper into the Latino protests. I'm pulling up DeepSeek right now. DeepSeek got the got the AI community in a tizzy right now. So let me. Does it? Can you do voice? It doesn't do voice. All right. So give me a breakdown. You know what? I want to use a AI that does voice. So I'll just use Google Gemini. Shout out to T Home Kitchen. Welcome. Okay, so give me a breakdown on the Latino protests today. Question mark. All right. Stop. I hate it when you do. My phone does that when I'm driving and I try to use the voice command or the voice to text. It'll catch every little thing I say. I hate that. Oh. All right, so let's see. Ooh, so wait, hold on. So let's read it out loud. Can it read it out loud? Listen, yeah.
News reports from February 2025 detail a number of protests organized by Latinos in response to the Trump administration's immigration policies. Here's a breakdown of some of the key events. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Around 50 Latinos gathered to protest the impact of Trump's policies on their community. Protesters expressed fear of family separation due to deportations and the potential loss of protections for immigrants. Baltimore, Maryland. Hundreds of protesters marched against the administration's immigration crackdown, highlighting concerns about recent ICE raids. Community members emphasized the contributions of Latinos to the city and the country. National Day of Action. A coordinated effort saw some Hispanic-owned businesses close for a day to demonstrate.
All right, so it's in different places, and like I don't know like if anyone knows, is anyone familiar like how entrenched and networked the Hispanic community is? I'm gonna sound away. I'm gonna sound away. But they got a lot of cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Come on. So it's a big network. You know what I mean? But let me see if I could pull up the footage. Latino protests. I saw the protest LA. And I've been talking about it. Now I really want to see it. Okay, so let's see if. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. And I guess this is a TikTok guy talking about it. Wait a minute.
Are having a standoff. The one that we saw in Los Angeles today are just the beginning. As you can see, police are having a
standoff. See, this is what I was talking about.
Deportation protesters. Thousands of people took to the freeways, blocking the 101 freeway in Los Angeles.
They blocked the freeway. It's crazy.
That are for the deportation of immigrants and the arrest of immigrants. But there's more plans starting February 3rd, which they're calling for a day without immigrants. So basically, immigrants and their allies will be going a full day without going to work, no shopping, and they won't be sending their children to school.
Yeah.
To show the impact that immigrants have on society by removing themselves from the equation so that everybody could see what it's like without immigrants. So this is supposed to be a peaceful response to the deportation of immigrants all over the United States. Personally, I think this is a way better way to go about protesting than doing this, which is not only dangerous, but also inconveniencing people that you want to rally onto your side, which never works. But what do you guys think?
I feel you on that. But you know what? That's a double-edged sword. I think, I can't rock with people who say, oh, protesting doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tanya's World always on Instagram. I can't rock with people who say protesting doesn't work, because I do believe it does work to some degree. You know what I mean? Protesting gets people's attention. When they block the roadways like that, they got people's attention. And the people he's saying it's inconveniencing people who could be on your side. You got their attention. That might just want to spur them to get on your side. You know what I'm saying? But also, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so the protesting does work to a degree, but the strike, the Latino strike, now that was something. I do believe that if they really want to make a difference, it needs to be more than one day. I do believe that it needs to be more than one day. I never forget where the lunch staff at my son's school went on strike, and I think it was a week-long strike, just a week. I mean, no, it wasn't even a week. It was like 3 days. And I'm telling you, we felt it. We felt it. The parents were like, "Oh hell no," because where I live, you know what I'm saying, it's not the most economically vibrant part of America. You know what I'm saying? So the parents were like, "Wait a minute, we gotta no more free lunch." You know what I'm saying? And they were like, "Oh hell no!" That strike lasted a few days, and there were emails going out immediately to the parents like, "Oh well, after careful consideration, we worked out an agreement with the yeah, you better okay, you better get it together." You know what I'm saying? So, protesting does work. Strikes do work as well. And, like for them to do something like this across the country, like in where I live, you know what I'm saying, the Mexican community is like, you could cut it with a knife. It's like thick. Like you could, it's like almost, I really believe there's more Mexicans here than black people. You know what I'm saying? Even though like I see a lot of black. I don't know. I could research it, but yeah, So shout outs to Melinda. Shout outs to Munch. Shout outs to Maggie. But yeah, can I get 100 likes, TikTok? Can I get 100 likes? It costs nothing to tap the screen, guys. Just tap that screen, please. I love you. But yeah. So like. If a strike does work, and I was listening to another podcast. I was listening to Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, and they was talking about Trump, but on something else though. But he did say like Andrew Schultz was like, well, Trump is a businessman, and he does know how to negotiate, and he will react to pushback. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. He wants to put his fist down, you know what I'm saying? He wants to slam his fist, you know what I'm saying? Put his foot down and, create some sort of dominance, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he wants to do what's best for Americans. And, I think a day like today with the Latino protests, I think it will reverberate further than just, oh, well, the Mexicans didn't come to work today. You know what I'm saying? Like how many construction projects got halted? You know what I'm saying? How many lawns didn't get cut? How many rooftops didn't get shellacked? How many hotels didn't get cleaned? You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff reverberates. People lose money. People got to stop business, you know what I'm saying, by not having workers like that. You feel me? You know what I mean? So it can be a thing. They stop their kids from coming to school. Now we know they got a lot of kids now. Come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they stop so like if there's a heavy Mexican population, a heavy Latino population in your school district, you know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much a free day. Like how you going to teach when the majority of your class is gone? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And yeah, the strike is only one day, but and Mexicans ain't gonna shy from work. They ain't gonna shy away from no work now. But still, like the impact will reverberate. And I just think that, and then I like what the gentleman said in the TikTok clip. Like, you know what I'm saying, it is an intelligent strike. It is very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? You're not bombarding anybody. You just letting your presence be felt by your disappearance. You know what I mean? And that's actually a law of it, not a law of attraction, but that's actually a law of power. You know what I'm saying? Like just step back. Oh, you followed. Thank you, Michael Cole. Thank you. Let's go. Let's give a round of applause for Michael Cole. He followed. See that this. I need more guys. I need more people like Michael Cole. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all need to be just like Michael Cole. See, he went and followed. He did what a real person would do. He followed me. You see what I'm saying? Why can't you be like him? Huh? Come on now. Get like Michael Cole. Follow me. Come on now. Thank you. So just that back. What is that in reference to? Oh, you welcome. Shout outs to Free God on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in. Instagram, they just tap in and tap out. They don't really talk to me like that. But so yeah, you know, it is a, you know, that kind of strike. It is an intelligent strike. I do believe, you know, last week I was talking about the Target boycott and how talking about intelligent strikes and intelligent protests. I was talking about the Target boycott, whereas I said that if black people were to boycott anything, it would actually hurt black people because the black economy is too ingratiated into the general economy. We don't really have much infrastructure. However, I do believe that with enough calculation and with enough thought, I do believe that it can work. If a black boycott can work to some degree, it would have to be a lot more calculated than what the Mexicans did. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to just put it on the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Like the Latino community is very diverse. Okay, but where I live, I mean, granted, I grew up around Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But where I live now is a lot of Mexicans. So it just is what it is. I just call it the way I see it, you know? But nonetheless, in reference to black people wanting to boycott and strike something, I think in the position that black people are in America, and then black people being such the minority, like we're a demographic minority, like we're a population minority, but we're an economic majority. It's or a consumer majority. You know what I mean? And I do believe that I think okay, put it like this. I think if black people were to boycott Target, don't buy anything other than the black owned products in Target. Boom, that'll do it. If Target looks at their numbers and their sheets, and then they say, oh, well, Tabitha Brown's product is soaring through the roof. Oh, such and such black owned product is soaring through the roof. Dang, we should ban DEI more often. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, fine. We'll just buy more black owned products in Target and Walmart and all these other places. You know what I mean? But you know, but I think it would take a lot. I think it would take a lot for black people to get there mentally. It's really I think a lot of black people's issues is their own psychology. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the black consumer and the black dollar, our biggest Achilles heel is our own psychology. You know what I'm saying? Like we've had too much of a number done on us from generation after generation, and I ain't gonna say generation after generation. It just ever since integration. You know what I'm saying? And every blackity black and I'm proud person will always will say the same thing. You know, integration messed up the black community, the black dollar and the black consumer. It ruined the psychology. You know what I mean? Because it made us think that the white man's water is wetter. You know what I mean? But that's another topic. You know what I mean? But as far as the Latino strike, yeah, I do believe that you know they did it very intelligently. That this one day of a strike is going to reverberate, and I do believe that if ICE or the Homeland, whoever, whatever the political around it doesn't chill out, you know what I'm saying, and kind of respect your voters, because it wasn't just white people who voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? But I think like Andrew Schultz said, Trump is a negotiator, and I do think he needs to negotiate and reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting this much pushback, you know what I mean, and it's hurting people's and it's going to hurt people's wallets, chill out, Trump. Chill out, Trump. But as far as the uncomfortable conversation of America becoming a third world dictatorship, you know what I'm saying? I think it would take a lot more than a mass deportation. You know what I'm saying? Like chill out. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Let's take the air out of that balloon. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that Trump is as scary as a lot of y'all ABCT LGBT people are trying to make him. I don't believe that Trump is as scary as the black people are trying to make him. You know what I'm saying? I do see the plane crashes. I do see the leadership changes in different offices. Okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But he's not doing anything different than what he did in 2016 to 2020. You know what I mean? And it's a growing pain. It's a growing pain. I do believe like when I saw him say, "Oh, there's only two genders," I was like, "Okay, he's restoring balance. He's getting the ridiculousness out of here." Okay, cool. I dig that. You know what I mean? But a lot of y'all's triggers and fears is out of the see, I do believe there's a difference between freedom and chaos. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these liberals, a lot of these ABCD XYG people, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of fatherless black people, I should say, because it's the fatherless black people who are triggered by Trump as well. Let's put that out there. But these alphabet people and these fatherless black people, I do believe the big reason they're so triggered is because they're not afraid of losing their freedom. They're afraid of losing their chaos. They're in love with chaos. They're in love with this anything goes kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean? And they see a person like Trump as a threat to that. And that's on them. That's between them and God, really. You know what I mean? Because it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And you know, let me bite my tongue if it does get that bad. If your prophecy supersedes my prophecy, fine. Okay, I'll take it back. But I think it would take a lot more for it to get to where you guys are trying to take it. I do believe that, yes, a lot of people, his policies and his orders and things, so on and so forth, and all of these things all of these political movements trickling downhill will hurt a lot of people. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And it'll put a lot of people's backs against the wall, and it'll put a lot of people in a corner. I get it. And a lot of different demographics, as well as black people, maybe even me, you know what I'm saying, will be affected. You know what I mean? But as a heterosexual black man in America, what government movement and policy shift and so on and so forth has ever benefited me? Well, affirmative action didn't benefit black men. Affirmative action benefited black women. Let's keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? So what next? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I gotta stop right there. I don't want to be any more messy than I've already have been, because if I start voicing, I don't want to. It's not that I'm trying to be politically correct. It's just I don't want to take shots at people unnecessarily. This conversation was supposed to be about the Latino strike. This was supposed to be about the Latino strike, and here we are talking about affirmative action and who it really helped, right? And that's what it is. Let me introspect. That's what it is. I don't want to sound bitter. But like, when you put, as a heterosexual black man, when you put your best foot forward in society, You know what I'm saying? And you tighten your tie every morning, you know what I'm saying, to kick down this stereotype cow and kick over that stereotype cow. And you love your kids and you educate your kids and you teach your kids and you discipline your children to kick over all of these stereotype cows. And you apply to this job and go to this job and get up and go to this job every morning to kick over all of these stereotype cows. And you still get overlooked, you still get turned down, you still get or even if you do get accepted in, you know what I'm saying, you get drilled, you get micromanaged and ostracized, or so on and so forth. You get all of this treatment, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, your gender counterpart within your demographic is being celebrated and pumped up and elevated. You know what I'm saying? How are you supposed to feel? How are you supposed to feel? What is DEI to I'm getting off topic, but I think it's necessary. Let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Let's go. What the fuck is DEI to a heterosexual black man? Come on, are we willing to go there? We going there. What the fuck is affirmative action to a heterosexual black man? What the fuck is, you know what I'm saying? What is corporate America to a heterosexual black man? I'm not one of the Guals. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't fit in. So what do I care? What do I care? And this is what all of this. This is what, you know, this is the triggering that I think America needs. Where this policy affects this people, but it don't affect that people. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, and it's really not going to come down to race. It's going to come down to economics. It's going to come down to, I think the race will just be a byproduct of the economics. It will affect these people in this tax bracket or in this sector or this industry who just happen to be this race in this demographic. You know what I'm saying? Like the race will come secondary to the economics. You know what I mean? Like when I saw the Target boycott, I'm just like yo, real talk. I don't even shop at Target. Like, yo, what the I don't give a fuck. Like, come on. I'm keeping it so of bean right now, yo. Yo, there's nothing like, yo, when I go to Target every now and again, I might find something I can't find at Walmart or anywhere else. But it makes no difference to me, bro. I don't give a fuck. DEI. What the fuck is DEI? What the fuck is diversity when I walk in to apply to a corporate office and all I see is nothing but white people? What the fuck is equity? What the fuck is inclusion? I don't know none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just want to make money and take care of my family. I don't care. And I feel, you know, and when, you know, when Trump said there's only two genders, I was, and you know, I felt that relief of the balance, the force, the balance in the force being restored. You know what I mean? I felt like, okay, the pendulum is swinging back, and you know, masculinity, this masculinity, we have someone standing up for masculinity. It sounds crazy. I know. As much as y'all don't like Trump, you know what I'm saying? But for the first time, I was like, wow, someone's standing up for masculinity. Someone's restoring balance. And for the first time, in some roundabout fucked up way, these political movements and these government movements and policies and so on and so forth might just actually benefit me to some degree. I don't know. Maybe as a heterosexual black man, it might just benefit me. Maybe. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And you know, and like, I'm no Trump supporter. I'm not a fan. I'm not a go hard, the Aryan, you know what I'm saying? None of that. I don't really care. I don't give a fuck about none of it. But I'm seeing it. I'm seeing what we had. I'm seeing what transpired during the Biden administration, and I'm seeing what transpired. Like, I feel like the Biden administration and the Kamala campaign, like they're one in the same, but they're different as well, or they kind of stand alone as far as the political story is concerned. You know what I mean? I'm going over time, but I feel like this kind of talk is necessary. This talk is very necessary right now. The Biden administration, the 4-year Biden administration, and the Kamala campaign, the Kamala race for president, they're one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Being as that Kamala was vice president and then she was incumbent and then wanted to roll right into the presidency. So you could say in that aspect, they're one and the same, but they both two standalone stories. The Biden administration was, I feel like the liberal, you know, ABCDLG push, you know what I'm saying? Say yeah, anything goes. Yeah, we're free to live. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what that was. And then the Kamala campaign was black women's like nail in the coffin, you know what I'm saying, to black men. Like, yeah, we're the most educated, the most earning, the most business starting, and we're president. Like that's what that campaign was. Let's call a spade a motherfucking shovel. This is nasty work right now. Everything I'm talking about is nasty, but it needs to be said. It needs to be fucking said. Ooh. And so we had, and I feel like, for me, being a heterosexual black male, and you know, watching so many people get canceled, just cancel him left and right, you know what I'm saying, just for disagreeing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this is the real dictatorship. This is like covert dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. You know what I mean? And then to see someone like Trump spin the block and come back, and the way America, the red wave, when you, like, everybody remembers that campaign night and just looking at the red wave in middle America, just sweeping the votes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody remembers that. And I was like, wow, this is how America really feels. Like, we're really tired of it. And yeah, you know, could we have used another Democrat to run? Could we have used another Republican to run? Okay, maybe, cool. But I think every action is a reaction, and every effect is a catharsis. Yeah, I'm using too many big words. I'm probably using it wrong, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, I do believe like Trump would have never existed if Obama would have never made it in office. You know, Trump would have never got elected in 2016 if Obama never existed. You know what I'm saying? That political rock star of Obama never existed. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump's election in 2016 was a retaliation to the 8 years of Obama and how pissed off and defeated white people felt. Let's call that spade a shovel. Let's have that uncomfortable conversation. You see what I'm saying? And so piggybacking that, you know, wait, how's my Instagram doing? Let me see. Yeah. And so piggybacking that, Biden's election was a response to the COVID situation. You know what I'm saying? COVID hit the election year, which conspiracy people do your work. Do your bidding, conspiracy people. Biden getting elected was a response to the COVID. You know what I'm saying? And what that did to America. You know what I mean? And I do believe that Trump's re-election is a response to the Biden administration and the Kamala campaign. You know what I mean? When I saw the way Kamala's campaign was unraveling, and the way, I was like, oh shit, he's got to get elected now. And then you know, with the quote unquote shootings, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, he's got to get elected now. You know what I mean? But then when he kind of like put his foot down, it was like, oh, there's only two genders. I was like, oh, there's balance in the force. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said it. Somebody high up said it. You know what I mean? Because I knew things were getting out of hand when that Katanji judge lady, when they asked her can you define a woman, and she couldn't answer that question. I was just like, oh, we go into a dark place. I was like, this is not. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I say all of that to say, in some fucked up roundabout way, where I mean think about it. In the last Trump presidency, he said a bunch of people who deservedly so. He said a bunch of weed dealers free from jail, namely black men. Hello, you know what I mean? So maybe this is me. This is me casting my hope net into the ocean of political soap opera, right? Maybe this is just me being hopeful, and maybe in some wacky, fucked up, roundabout way, for the first time in history, a president has made a political or a governmental political move that has been in some way somehow benefited heterosexual black men. I said what I said, and you know what I'm saying, take a picture, write it down, you know what I'm saying, post it on your refrigerator. I do not care. Take it to the bank. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. Shout outs to Brooklyn. Thank you for tuning into this multi-million dollar podcast. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. Prosperity U LLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above, $ Prosperity U LLC. What you see is a QR code up there. Screenshot it, zoom in, and tap it and hold it in your photo app, and it will take you to the Cash App, $ Prosperity U LLC. Make sure you go to that Cash App and give it everything you got. And then after you do that, visit the website below at prosperunlimited.com. Allow that website to change your life. Allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. That's right, boys and girls. And if you like the show, give a gift. Or just give a like. The likes are free. And remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Last but not least, remember to invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. I will see you guys next week, okay? Bye.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Lead the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during the 1980s, during the height of the crack era. Switch, my romantic comedy. My trilogy, Spirit of the Machine, 1, 2, and 3, sci-fi action thriller. My poem anthology, Red Garden. That is System of the Sun. It's my book on organizational skills. Don't wait till I get rich to buy that book. New Shoes. That's my book on self-esteem, on how to love yourself. Ratchetology. Yes, I'm the ratchetologist. Take my advice. Visit prosperunlimited.com and click travel to book your next vacation.
Do that freaky jam on the beat. Busy with that butter shit, that bone feed. Did you double do that song thing? Flicky ticky with some butter, sit that phone too. If you cheeky cheddar check, I get her own cheese. It's a chicken with that head or this a bitch that won't be with the official with that whole sleeve. Let these heat cheddar wish that with that long cheese.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch. If I don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch, I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description.
These are all